welcome back to my channel. If you haven't been here before, my name is Kian, and today's video is going to be a monthly reset. I'm going to talk about my favorite things this month, some of my favorite purchases, podcasts, books. I'm also going to share my goals for May, and then I'm going to talk about some things that have helped me organize my life. This is my first time doing one of these videos. I have definitely drawn a lot of inspiration from Carter Sullivan and Michelle Reed's videos. It's just like a little train and I'm just hopping on it. Choo-choo. Guys, my mind, it's just been a hard day, okay? I had some drama with my son, Handsome. It's just been emotionally taxing on my soul. But we are making a comeback by being productive. We're gonna start off by talking about some favorite things that I watched, listened to, or read over the last few months. And I'm gonna start off with my favorite movie that I watched in April. It is April. And that was the movie CODA. And it was so good. It's available on Apple TV. It was just like a very heartwarming, it was emotional, but like not super sad, which is good. It was just so good. It is about a deaf family and one of the girls is hearing, and so it has music, it has family drama, it has just comedic scenes. It's so good, and it's cool to just see just like watch a movie that portions of it are in sign language. It, I think, won an Oscar or an Academy Award. It won something, but I would definitely go watch that. If you have any other good movie recommendations, please leave them in the comments. I'm always looking for some good ones. It's been kind of hard to find some good ones lately. And then my favorite shows from April was the limited series on Netflix called Pieces of Her. It is kind of like a mystery. It was really good. It wasn't like anything like scary or crazy, but it was like enough mystery to like keep me interested, and it was really good. I think they actually might make a second season, so we will see. But if you want something to watch on Netflix and you like those kind of shows, I would recommend it. We also started the show 100, and that has a ton of seasons. It has been pretty interesting so far. I wouldn't say it is the best like produced or filmed or written show in the world, but we are getting desperate. We needed a show that had a lot of seasons so we wouldn't finish it right away. I have not been reading much, but I did just finish the book called The Betrothed. It is the same author of the Selection series, which the Selection series has been one of my favorite series of books that I've read in a very long time. It's just so wholesome. I love the storyline. It is basically like Bridgerton meets The Bachelor, but like very clean and wholesome. So if you guys want a fun love story to read, that is such a good book. I literally read the whole series in like such a short period of time. So I tried out a different one of her books called The Betrothed, and it's really hard to kind of get into some of her other books after you read the Selection because it's so good, but I am interested. I'm going to read the second book, which is called The Betrayed. So I just started that one, but yeah, that's the book I read this month. Favorite podcasts, I have really been enjoying the Alive and Free podcast with Sammy and Spencer Robbins. If you are looking for a podcast on like spiritual growth, that is an amazing one. I've learned so much from it, and it's really impacted me in like deep ways that I've applied it to my life. If I'm wanting something more like easy listening, I listen to the What We Said podcast, which is super popular. If you have any other like easy listening ones, let me know in the description, because sometimes I'm not always trying to listen to some like deep spiritual stuff. But then another spiritual podcast that I really enjoy is God Stories with Brad McClendon. He just goes through a bunch of different stories throughout his life and what Jesus has taught him through it, and they are crazy stories. He always gives like a just really crazy revelations, and every time I listen to a podcast I'm like, I just see God in a whole different way. So yeah, would recommend. And the last category of favorites I thought it would be fun to share is some purchases I have made this month. I've been doing quite a bit of shopping because I'm planning to do a whole video on kind of revamping my wardrobe, and being here I'm like, I need to sell a lot of my clothes because I don't wear a lot here. I feel like the style here is like very low-key, and you want things to be very loose and flowy and like lightweight because I'm just so hot. Like I don't wear any of my sweaters or like anything with sleeves, so I definitely am trying to revamp all that. So with that being said, I got a few good things. One of my favorite things that I've been wearing almost every day is my new Nike shoes. I believe they are called the Nike Airfire Zooms, and they're just like a really nice staple white shoe. My old ones, I had like some Fila ones I believe, and unfortunately they were falling apart. So I've been waiting months to buy a new pair of cute white shoes, and I'm really happy with them so far. I think I need to break them in a little bit more because I will say they're not uncomfortable, but they just need to be broken in a little bit. All right, those are all my favorites for the month. If you guys can think of any other categories you want me to talk about, let me know. I could probably do like a favorite beauty product or home product, or I don't know, whatever you guys can think of, let me know. And then also leave some of your favorites. Definitely looking for new book recommendations, podcast recommendations, movies, shows, anything. Just leave all your favorites in the comments. I feel like that would be so helpful to our entire community here, and to me if we could just read everyone's favorites in one place. All right, we have moved into the office just for a little change of scenery, and I wanted to go over my goals for May. I'm not a very goal-oriented person. I'm definitely not like someone who chases after achievements. Like numbers, goals, all those things don't really mean or motivate me much. Usually it's just like having fun that motivates me. So I don't know, I thought we could set some goals, see how it goes, see if it's beneficial for my life and my mental health. So yeah, we'll give it a try. Normally I think during the section I would kind of go over last month's goals and see how we did, but this month I'm just going to share kind of what I've set. I have broken my goals into 4 different sections. So let's start off with personal. First goal is to read a book. Yeah, just one. I'm like, it just blows my mind that people can read like 10 books a month. I'm like, what am I doing with my time? I guess if I spent all my free time reading books instead of like on social media or watching shows or YouTube videos, I could probably read a couple in a month, but like 10? What? Anyway, I want to read a book. So I'm already starting the book The Betrayed, but if you have any other recommendations, let me know. Okay, my next goal is to just soak in time with friends. I am traveling next month, which will be my first time leaving the island since moving here. I'm very excited. I'm going to Arizona and North Carolina. I will be there for a bachelorette party. My friend is eloping, so they won't be having a wedding, so it's kind of my only opportunity to celebrate. So I'm really, really excited to go there and also go to Arizona for a few days, catch up with some old friends, meet my friend's baby. So I really just want to soak in all that time that I'm there. Next goal is no social media before 9 a.m. Okay? Oh my gosh, I was just thinking the time zone switch. Oof! I'm gonna be so jet lagged on this trip. Okay, anyway, no social media before 9 a.m. Days are just better. My days, my brain, my focus, my productivity, just better if I'm not on my phone before 9. I wanted to talk to God every day. And yeah, I didn't want it to be like read my Bible every day or pray every day. Like I want to cultivate my friendship with God and just talk to him, invite him in to things, ask him what he thinks about things, just, you know, be friends with God. Duh. Okay, next is to keep the house tidy 90% of the time. I get in these bad habits of like cleaning like crazy, making everything perfection, and then just completely stopping, and then it just builds up, and then it's like chaos and just like so messy, and then I have to restart. So I want to just be better about like tidying up throughout my days. And yeah, just the house being a nice, inviting, relaxing space 90% of the time. All right, next category is my wellness goals. So the first one is to work out 3 times a week. I've been doing my workouts with the Copilot app. I've talked about it before. I think I still have my link for a free 14-day trial. It is a personal trainer app and they make workouts for you every week. So I want to do that 3 times a week. I want to drink 120 ounces of water a day. I want to go surfing more. I didn't put an exact amount of times I want to go per week because I'm going to be traveling, so I'm not going to be able to go surfing during a few weeks this month. I also want to consistently be taking my supplements. I notice such a big difference when I take my supplements, so that is a goal. Next, we're going to do financial. The first goal is to take the CFO course. I found, or my friend recommended me an online course called Be Your Own CFO, and I just feel like every tax season is so stressful because I have no idea what's going on or how to adult. I want to get more educated on all of those things. So I have learned a lot. I've done like 2 of the lessons so far, so I want to keep taking that CFO course this month. I want to save for taxes because we did not, with the move, it was just so hard to save and we were not intentional about saving for our taxes, and we owe quite a bit of money and we weren't able to pay all of it in April, so we need to continue to save to pay off the rest of our balance. So fun. Another goal is to have responsible spending during travel. So I really just want to keep my spending to a minimum while I'm traveling and really only spend money if I'm going out to eat. The next financial goal is to actually utilize my budget tracker. I watched Carter Sullivan's video and downloaded the budget template she uses from Etsy, and I used it last month, but I didn't actually track any of my expenses in it. So in May, I actually want to track my expenses. I am debating going through, there's just so many transactions. I'm like, that's why I do enjoy using the EveryDollar app, because it automatically just like will pull up all your transactions and then you can drag and drop. Whereas with this budgeting system, you have to manually enter all the transactions. Maybe there's a way to combine the two. Like I can do it all in EveryDollar and then just take that amount and input it into the spreadsheet. I don't know, I'll figure it out. But yeah, next month definitely want to be better about utilizing that. And my last financial goal is to open a business bank account or somehow separate my business expenses. That will just be, again, another thing that will be so much easier come tax time. And the last category is work/social, like social media, not like my social life. The first goal is to use the Notion app. So I watched this other girl's video. What's her name? I'll have the video linked below, but she was talking about the Notion app. I did end up buying her template for Notion, and let me tell you, if I tried to go on Notion and figure that out and start from scratch, I would have given up on it in like 5 minutes. It seems like a good platform. In the past, I was using Milanote, which I'd really love for creative projects because I love the drag and drop and like it's just so easy to use. But when it comes to task keeping, it's not the most efficient. So I don't know, I just want to give Notion a little bit of a try since I spent money on that template. So that is a goal this month. I want to post 3 times a week on Instagram. I want to work on marketing for Holiday Sunday. I want to get the notebook sample in and hopefully approved by next month. And then I also thought I would just put some like number goals for YouTube and Instagram. Again, I'm not a numbers person. I'm not an achiever person. Like, numbers don't, I don't know. Like, I don't even think I acknowledged that I hit 100K, which I probably should have, because I know I personally don't care about the numbers, but I have to remember that every subscriber is a person, and I care about the people. But I don't think of you guys just as numbers, you know? So I don't know. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? But anyway, I thought I would just put down some goals and just see how it makes me feel this month. And if I don't like it, I just will never do it again. But my goal is to hit 105 subscribers by next month, which I believe would be gaining, I don't know, maybe 1,000, 1,200 subscribers. Which some months you can gain a ton of subscribers if a video does really well. But lately, I don't know, I have maybe been gaining between like 500 and 1,000 subscribers a month. So, and then to hit 38.5 on Instagram, which I believe would be about 600 new followers on Instagram. So those are all the goals that I have. And then I thought it would be cool to talk about something that I've really improved on this month. And this month, that is just things that have helped me organize my life. I told you guys about the budget spreadsheet that I've been using, the Notion template, but another thing that I actually did to really help organize my time this month was redoing my Google Calendar. I always use Google Calendar, but I just felt like I wasn't using it to its full potential. So I actually watched a video by Jules Acree. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I will have it linked in the description. And she shows how she plans her week and how she uses her Google Calendar. And so I used her method. I basically copied literally everything she does because she's also a content creator. So it just, everything she has in her calendar makes sense to have in mine. But you could totally customize it for, you know, if you are a student in high school or college, you could totally customize it. I redid that, and now my life is just much more organized. I actually have a plan for each day, which I never stick to, but it's nice to kind of have an outline of my day online somewhere. Typically I would just use my daily planner, which sometimes I use this one, which is the Daily List by Wild House Paper. I really like having a timetable. But yeah, so I'll kind of have it all organized on my Google Calendar so I can see it like in a holistic way for my week and my month. And then if I have a lot of tasks to get done on a certain day, I'll break it up in paper as well. So that's really helpful. That's gonna be it for this month's reset video. Again, this is my first time doing it, so if you guys found it interesting, please let me know in the description, in the comments, or if there is any segments you want me to not do or to add in. I know Carter does some where she kind of goes over her budget, or I don't know, if there's anything else you want included in these videos, please let me know. It would be so helpful and grateful for your feedback. I love you guys, and remember, Jesus loves you more. Bye.